Hey guys, it's Tarika Monique and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I just wanted to answer a question that I've been asked of very few times while in the PTA program and even before I began the PTA program. And that question is, since I already have a bachelor's degree, why did I not pursue a doctorate in physical therapy rather than becoming a physical therapist assistant? So today, I'm here to answer that question.
The worker, she worth it. Go girl, go girl, go girl, ambition. Go girl, go girl, go girl.
But to answer the question of why I decided PTA versus getting my doctorate, so going for my associates then before going for my doctorate, is because honestly, this is how it went. At first, I didn't even want to be a physical therapist. Surprise. I honestly wanted to be a pediatrician physician. So I wanted to be a straight up doctor. First and foremost, I feel like it was God's intervention for me to be a PTA rather than a physical therapist. And I say that because before I even went to college, my mom always told me that I should major in physical therapy. But being a kid at the time, you know what's best for you. Your parents don't know you. So I'm just like, no, Mom, I don't want to be a physical therapist. I want to be a doctor. Let me be pre-med, yada, yada, yada. Junior year of college, organic chemistry kicked my butt. And it was my epiphany that I knew I was not destined for medical school, and I was okay with that. So what I did was I still wanted to graduate with a bachelor's in some type of science field, specifically biology, because that was my major at that time. So I made sure first and foremost that I graduated, because I wasn't about to waste all that time and money I had spent in all those years in the college not to have a paper behind me saying that I put my work in. So upon graduation, I took 2 years off trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So I did research and I found out that I could be a PA, or for those that don't know what that means, it means a physician assistant. I didn't feel received or didn't feel like I got any type of help when it came to me asking questions. I was always sent, because the program I wanted to do, it was between the community college and one of the colleges here in my hometown. So I always got this back and forth of, oh, you need to go to that school and ask questions, or oh, you need to go, like, it was like I was kept getting ran back and forth and it was annoying me. But it's funny because before I even found the table at a grad fair for physician assistant, I came across the PT table for the doctorate program at that school. And because I thought it was a PA table, but I guess everybody was mistaking it for that table that day. And when I tell you that the representative for that program was the nicest person ever, like, I felt welcomed. I felt like I was being heard. My questions were being answered. Like, she was the best representative at that grad fair, the period. So after getting like no answers from the other table, I ended up going back. Like, somebody told me to just go back to that table and talk to her some more. So I did. Then I ended up going to the open house that they have for the doctorate of physical therapy program. And it was like, if you say yes to any or all these questions, this field is for you. And I cannot remember off the top of my head what they were, but I could promise you that when I was reading it, literally I was like, yes, 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 hell yeah. Like, so now every time that I look back on that like fact, I always laugh, because it's like, it's funny how that happened, because look at me now, I'm in school trying to be a physical therapist assistant. So I'm in the field of physical therapy. So it's funny how God placed people in your life to try to tell you something, and sometimes you can just miss those signs from him. But I got it together now. Like, I'm listening, obviously. So I tried to do the doctorate program, but I had some prerequisites that I needed to complete first. And when I tried to take those prerequisite classes, it yeah, I don't know, it was just something at that time in my life where I just could not focus. I couldn't do the work. Like, I was like, this is not for me right now. So I prayed, and I did some research, and then come to find out that I came across a PTA, or a physical therapist assistant, and found out that we had a program here in my hometown, and I just went for it. So I did the prereq classes, I applied, I got in, and it was just from there I felt like I knew I was in the right direction. Like, have you ever just experienced where like you were somewhere, just it could just be anywhere, but you was just at a specific place at a specific time, and you just felt like you knew you had to be there. Like, you felt like you was placed here for a reason. Well, that's how I was like when I first started PTA school. Like, within my first semester, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous, and I'm not gonna lie, like the first 2 weeks I felt kind of dumb, because some of it I'm just like, NANI? But as time, went along, I studied my butt off. I made sure I understood concepts. Like, it was just clicking to me. And then on top of that, everything that I experienced in my life with the people who are in my life, and just things that I have witnessed growing up, I was able to apply some of that to what I was learning in school, and it was just making everything click. And then second off, I have thought about getting my doctorate, but I just feel like first and foremost, I want to get experience in the field first. So my goal is to go through this program, work in the field for a couple of years, strictly focusing on the job of a PTA. Since being a PTA, we're kind of more patient focused versus the PT who does like the evaluations and all the paperwork and stuff. So I just want the personal experience of what it's like of being a PTA before I even think about becoming a PT. So my goal is to graduate from the program, do a couple of years in the field, and then, God willing, I would do the bridge program from PTA to DPT at the University of Findlay, because based on my research, that's like 1 out of the 2 schools in the country that's still doing a bridge program, and that one is fairly close to where I stay at. So that's my plan. I'm just taking it one step at a time, taking it day by day, and I just continue to pray to God that, if this is what he wants for me, that he continues to show me the signs. And so far, based on like what's been going on this past year, with how I've been going back and forth between jobs and starting school, like I know that becoming a PTA was the right choice for me. So even though I already have a bachelor's degree and I'm going for my associates, I feel like it's completely fine. Like, people go back to school all the time, and just because I get an associate's degree does not mean that I am any less intelligent than any other person, or it just doesn't matter. Like, personally, everybody's journey is their own. And I say that because while some people are fortunate enough to go from college straight to grad school, that's cool for them. But then there's others like me, and people who aren't like me, who aren't, quite ready to take that big of a leap. So it's okay to take little baby steps. So yes, even though I'm going for my associate's degree, it's a baby step for me before I even become a real physical therapist and go back for my DPT. So for me, these are tiny baby steps, and I'm okay with taking baby steps, because I know by taking these tiny baby steps that in the end, it's going to become something great. So pretty much that's why I decided to go for my associate's degree and become a PTA versus going to grad school and getting my doctorate degree and just becoming a PT. So that's my journey. Again, like I said, everybody's journey is their own. And everybody gets to where they want to be on their own time. Everybody's time clock is different. But yeah, that's the answer to that question that I keep getting asked. And hopefully, if whoever is watching this, if you're on the same path or same journey that I am, just know that it's okay, as long as you feel like that you are going in the right step towards where you want to be. So that's it for my video, guys. Of course, make sure to subscribe to my channel so that way you can get notifications whenever I upload, as well as make sure you like the video. Comment down in the comment section down below. Let's have a conversation. Or if you have any other suggestions or topics that you would like me to talk about, please let me know in the comment section down below. And oh, make sure to share the video as well. And with that, guys, I'm out. I will see you in the next one.